could you please introduce yourself? If I ask just this question to you, so would you able to introduce yourself as you wanted or as you are? So probably not. Even more than 80% people fail to give their proper introduction in front of people who had been asked for. So here on this video onwards, I'm Danshuman Misra going to tell you that how you can use the proper introduction template to give your introduction in a very better manner, so that your conversation onwards is going to be more effective, because first impression is your last impression, it's well said. So if you are a student, either you are a student, either you are a gonna for a job interview, or you are a business owner, whomsoever you are, you need your proper introduction, right? So I would be giving you the three template for different people whom I talked about: for a student, for job corporate seeker who going to give an introduction in their corporate life, right? And third, who are the business owners going to introduce their self in front of many more people. Okay, so let's start with the formal introduction in the corporate world. While you are approaching any kind of interview, and interviewer ask that, hey, could you please just introduce yourself? So what are the proper way to introduce yourself in front of interviewer? So there, start with your name, right? Tell about your educational qualification in descending manner, right? Like if you did the graduation as recent, so mention it first, then come descent, okay? And third, talk about the past experience, what you have worked for, right? Because there on this company where you are going, so there you would be applying for a particular role, so it's better to already give some, work proof that you had done some work in your previous work, right? You do have some prior experience out that work. And fourth, you can talk about a little bit belonging, that where you are coming from. It could be your birthplace or something very little about that, because that is more professional interview. People are not much wanted to know about your personal detail, even they are more interested into that how you can help the people out there, right? And then you can also mention the relevant skill, what do you have um, in the job role what you're currently applying for. Suppose if it is for software domain, so what are the software related skills you do have, which you can offer onto the table, right? And at last, you can also mention some strengths and weaknesses in terms of to convey your interview in a particular direction, right? So okay, let me give an example. Suppose I just went for a software interview, and the interviewer asked that, hey Anshu, please introduce yourself. Then I would be going into that manner, that okay, hey, my name is Anshuman Misra. I belong from UP. As of now, I'm staying in Prayagraj. I completed my graduation in computer science in 2025, and before that I completed my 12th from UP board, and thereafter I got introduced with computer science, and then I got interested into that and I started working on that, right? And I had already worked for computer science work in last two companies. There I work on a particular project. You can mention your project, which is quite related to your work, right? And at last, I'm very much interested into putting my hands on, putting my skills, so that I can work something betterment of the country and betterment of the company as well. And my strength is that I am very good at teamwork. I'm also good at communication, so I can work with a team and generate a better output, right? So this is a first way, that if you are a corporate, gonna to be corporate person, you're gonna to be give your interview in front of interviewer. So this is the proper template you could follow, and this is going to be give you a better way, right? Okay. So now talking about the second person, you are a student, you are a normal conversation, you just wanted to convey a conversation informally, just you just went somewhere and anybody asked about your proper introduction, like hey, just could you please introduce yourself so that we can start some conversation, okay? So while in this case, you don't need to be pressurize yourself to give a proper introduction. What you can do, you can emphasize particular point on which you wanted to put, you wanted to go into that conversational direction. Suppose you just wanted to talk about something what you really love, so you can mention your hobbies there, right? That I love reading books, I love those things, so that this conversation goes in a particular direction on that reading genre, reading book, or like playing cricket, whatever it could be. So here what I'm trying to emphasize, that while we are approaching someone, or like I was approached with someone and they ask for an introduction, don't take so much stress, right? Just be casual. It's a casual talk. So there, just try to explain the things what you wanted to talk about, right? Because you are giving edge to the people to ask more question around that, right? If someone came to me and asked for a casual introduction, so I'd be, hey, I'm Anshu, I come from UP, and in my free time my hobbies are reading books and watching content on YouTube, also creating awareness that for betterment of communication skill, and outing, playing outdoor games. These could of the few things I also mentioned there. So this is the way to introduce yourself in front of people who came casually in front of you for your introduction, right? Okay. So for the third person, suppose you are a business owner, you just went in a kind of meeting or gathering where everyone is there, right? And there you wanted to introduce yourself, or you just came and approached someone whom you already knew, right? So how there you gonna to introduce yourself? There is also a very good template. I really loved it, because some of the time while I approached into those kind of event, already tried in a better manner, so I could tell you that. Okay, so what you can tell there, yeah, firstly start with your name, because that is ultimately what they are gonna to remain in their self, right? And second, with your company name, and a little bit of the sense that what your company is doing. Okay, and third, talk about the problem and solution, that what your company is solving that problem and how much it is effective, right? Efficiency you can also give in brief. And fourth, talk about impact and engagement, right? That what your company is creating impact, that is more useful, and that's the way that how you gonna, other person gonna to remain those things in their head, right? By your name, by the company, what is problem that you are solving, right? And at last you can also give them call to action. What does it mean? CTA means that you can give some link how they can connect to you, right? It may be a email or something related to the work he wanted from you to done with them, right? So okay, let me give one example. I just came to across an event where this is something a business event, right? Business people are entrepreneurs are there talking for the meetup. So while I just saw someone, I really being aware of that person, I just came to that, and I could introduce myself in that manner. Okay, it goes like, hi, my name is Anshuman, I'm the founder and CEO of Grow with Anshuman YouTube channel, dedicated to empower people to speak English fluently, and moreover to betterment of their communication. And already I had helped more than 120 people from my platform, engaging, giving them proper guidance that how they can make the leverage of their communication and make their life easy, either into the professional and personal manner, right? So and if you can also connect to me if you really wanted to work on your communication. I could also help you into better manner, because I had already did this work for last 2 years. I'm doing this for last 2 years. So this is the way you can also give your introduction as a business owner. I hope you get the idea that whether you're a student, whether you are a corporate guy, job seeker, or you're a business person, how you gonna to take your introduction in front of anybody without having a fear. Because if you can introduce yourself proper, then it may enhance your chances of getting good result out there, right? And people gonna to recall you for a longer time, right? So I hope you get something out of this video. If yes, then don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the more frequent videos from my side, because I am very regular uploading every video on Friday 9 p.m. And one thing I just also wanted to say, if anybody is interested to have a one-to-one conversation, then you can ping me a message on the email yamanshumanmisra 221122 at the rate gmail.com to have a one-to-one call, and I would be connecting you there and having a English conversation. This is the pretty new thing I'm just gonna to experiment. So if you wanted to come across, talk to me, then please give me a message on my email. Okay, bye bye, see you into the next video. Thank you for watching.